When I think about Black History Month, I think about a time to reflect on a lot of things that a lot of people had to go through, had to live through, had to die for, just so I could be sitting here right now. It's not a sad thing, and sometimes we try to make it be a sad thing, or this is a negative, and it was a sad time. There were some bad things that have happened in history, but the operative word is that it's history. It's a part of who we are, and so to let that go, or to try to minimize it or make it all better or make it politically correct today doesn't change what happened. What makes a difference is, do we let it continue to happen, or do we learn from history and do we continue to grow? Because we made a lot of strides, but Black History Month gives us a chance to remember, wow, where we've come from, the shoulders that we stand on, and where we can go from here.
It's a celebration of a group of people and a culture who have made some of the most positive impacts on American history. Why would you not celebrate some of the greatest parts of why we're Americans? Without knowing where we have come from and knowing the things that we've overcome, I'm not for sure how we can understand where we're going.
Yes, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Same reasons. It's history. It's things that, you know, we recognize so many other things. We still acknowledge our Constitution. We still acknowledge the foundations of this country. We still acknowledge that the Civil War happened. The things that we acknowledge in history that we consider relevant, it doesn't take anything from that as well. We can belabor negative things, we can push positive things, but whatever spin you choose to take on it, it's still important because it makes me who I am today. It makes someone who is non-African American who they are today. We shouldn't fault anybody for something that somebody else, that another generation did, but we also should not hinder somebody because of what another generation did. It's relevant because we have to grow. If we don't, then we're destined to repeat. That's an incredible question. The city of Salina is home to me. And what I'm really thankful for is the diversity that's here. I'm thankful for the fact that we have an opportunity to grow. Coming from the situation I did when I came here and really expecting to just be here a couple of weeks and to be here 10 years later is because Salina has the opportunity to be what the United States is a melting pot.
It's my opinion that Hawthorne was one of the greatest elementary schools that Salina has ever had, and it was because of its diversity within the educators, whether it be teachers, librarians, cooks, principals, students. And with that school housing, black and whites, before Brown versus Board of Education, and immediately taking the opportunity to go back once that case was decided, I think it's extremely important that we remember where Salina, again, as a nation, but Salina remembers where we have come from so that we can grow diversely. Celebrating
Black History Month and the fact that it follows after the Martin Luther King holiday doesn't detract one from the other. It cements the fact that it is important to the city to, again, recognize from whence we've come, you know, the things that, I don't know all the history for Salina, but the growth, the fact that we have risen to incredible heights. And again, being here, sitting here right now, if we looked at Black history, a few years ago, that wouldn't have been happening. But today, we're here. I'm here. The city recognizes the importance of not just African Americans, but the Hispanics, the Caucasians. Everyone is important. If we minimize one group and uplift another, we've just kind of ruined it for everybody. because there's no recognition and validation of who individuals are.
I think that if Salina is able to embrace our diversity and recognize and remember where we have come from, it's going to make us a stronger city as a whole. It truly will be one of the greatest cities to live in the United States of America.
Everybody's important.